2018 GSL Season 3. This is Rockshear.
Welcome back. It is time. The world champion going up with the best non-Korean Terran player, a top 4 BlizzCon player as well in SpeCial. SpeCial did just 2-0 Su, who is obviously one of the best Zergs in the world, and he did it with style, no regret.
Yeah, he did. His own style, which is very impressive if you're playing against a player so established as Su. We'll have to see what's up, what he's going to do. I don't think he can play a completely standard style because Rogue is such a monster.
Yeah. No, you don't want to try to do, like, Biotank play against Rogue. Absolutely not. Maru's his teammate. Maru does it better than you. Like, get out. But, you know, he already showed some of his tricks. He already showed, like, a strong favoritism towards mech today. So I think that the day only gets harder for SpeCial from here.
Yeah,
and so that's what I'm worried about. Like, he played fantastic against Su, but now that those tricks are out, it's like the next win is way more legit than the first one.
Right. I'm really excited, by the way, if we see Atlas in. I think TBZ Atlas, as long as it's not cross positions, it's definitely a map. It's definitely a map.
It's a map. Yeah. 100%.
Well, like, cross position is not a map, let's be honest.
Acid Plant, our first map. Top left, our Mexican Terran player.
One of the best in the world.
SpeCial.
Gas first for him. Wants that tech.
Yep.
His opponent, the world champion, the Katowice champion, the Super Terran champion, the Shanghai champion.
Air Green Wings. Rogue.
Should have been the GSL champion multiple times, but Su and Maru messed that up for him.
If you're not watching this, I don't know what you're doing, honestly.
Yeah, seriously. Spread the word.
This is like the best foreigner versus Korean you can get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, SpeCial going up in this match, like you can see, he really did train for it really, really hard. He looked so good against Su.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I can back that up.
Yeah, well, I'm taking it from your word. I know he trains hard anyways. Welcome, everyone in the audience. Big audience here today. You guys have all chosen a wonderful day. We have good days of GSL and we have bad days of GSL, and this is a good one.
It's better than being outside in the heat.
It is so hot today.
Yeah. We're
hitting 38 or 39 degrees today in Korea.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm from Canada. It's not comfortable for me.
You are from Canada. No, that's tough.
So, not too much to talk about yet. You know what? This spawning pool kind of reminds me of the Laser and Lambo spawning pools where they build them on the edge and they're like, oh, well, I get more vision with it. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Korean servers are doing that now.
Yeah.
I call it a scouting pool.
It's so bad, though.
Like, you don't like scouting pool?
No,
they die more often, but, like, they do.
Like, a lot of these, like, drops, they're like, I just want to kill your spawning pool. And then they're like, okay, here, let me put it on the edge of the creep.
Well, that's why I always build a second spawning pool in my natural.
Oh, now that's some meta stuff.
There you have it. But yeah, just kind of on the side there for him. I wonder.
Yeah, I kind of like building the spawning pool in the back a bit more, especially when you're playing someone like SpeCial who can do Hellion run-bys. Like when you cut off those attack paths where you can run back behind the middle line, it's a lot stronger.
Or at least make it just one Hellion thick or something like that. Yeah, that's actually like how myself as a StarCraft 1 player growing up as one, you know, thinks of it is like, all my buildings are to be in the way. Like, for instance, as Protoss, if there is a place for Reapers to jump in your base and you cannot close it off with your first walls, then you make like kind of a wall on one side of your minerals, so it's harder for them to migrate.
Right. Yeah, you should always do that, I think. I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah. So look at this. Once again, Rogue is going for quick Overlord speed. Yeah. And I think that he will do this probably all the games against SpeCial unless he has a cheese plan, because
I agree.
You looked at that and said, oh, God, you're tricking Su left and right. You know? And the Overlord speed will make sure that he does not get tricked.
Yeah, especially if he feels like he is the stronger player in the late game. There's no reason to die to something in the early game.
And the thing is, he is, like, I don't think anyone's actually stronger than Rogue in the late game.
No. I mean, that's the reason why he is the global champion. It's not a luck thing.
No. Okay, so he scouts. This actually looks like the same thing we saw against Rogue in Game 2, but this isn't a slow Overlord. It can come back. Or another Overlord can even go in, too.
Yeah. We also don't see an armory, or he doesn't see an armory either, so this is definitely just going to be for Hellion drop. You should know this by now.
Yeah, now as he leaves, Stim gets started. So he actually did not see Stim get started.
And he's
which
also
could be a trick in and of itself.
Yeah, and he's not like I was gonna say, he's not playing the mind game because you would want the Stim to be scouted immediately if you're gonna play the mind game.
But like not even starting it, maybe that's the reverse mind game, and suddenly Rogue thinks, you know what, this is mech.
We're getting a couple layers deep here.
Yeah. He's trying to incept him here.
Okay, here comes the Hellion drop. It's more than prepared
Hey,
for
look
it.
how they don't just turn. Oh well, he doesn't have an armory anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so Roach Warren on the way. Baneless. Did he just cancel the Roach Warren? I believe he did. Yeah, he scouted again and saw that it actually is bio, and he canceled the Roach Warren. So he was tricked, no regret. Seriously.
Yeah, he was originally tricked.
He was like, oh, I think this looks the same as you did against Sue. And then the Overlord makes another pass, and he cancels the Roach Warren, going into the Baneling Nest.
Yeah, he was tricked, but he untricked himself with another scout. So
the mind games are so real.
Yeah.
See, that's the beautiful thing. You just keep scouting in StarCraft. If you don't know, you go look.
Oh, he's kind of committed here. Yeah, I mean, he's going to lose a lot of his Hellions, but...
Ooh. It's like, hey, have these 2 drones. Okay.
Not the most damage.
No. Loses the medevac, unfortunately.
So it looks like, yeah, this is the same thing he was doing before, except this time he's actually going bio. The Raven usually just used to clear out creep by the looks of it. Might throw down an auto turret.
Yeah.
But mostly for creep clearing. Though he did lose some of his Hellions early on.
Yeah, I think he's just going to do some harassment turrets for now. And the Lings all just left because he poked the front with Hellions again. So nice little distraction there for a moment. Gets a single drone.
He's going to get a couple Lings too. Yeah. Just for energy. It's open. He's going for it.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Let's see what he can get. 4 already fall.
If you can get one more, that would be good. Okay,
well, the first one, because that was still close enough that I think that stacked with the Raven. Excuse me. So we got 4 drone kills. Are those 4 Hellions worth those 4 drone kills?
I wouldn't say so. Especially if you're using the Raven for creep clearing. Like, you don't have anything to clear creep anymore.
Yeah.
So you lost the synergy that you made the Raven for initially.
I think the Raven now is just for anti-armor missile.
Yeah.
Which I have been liking a lot right now, when you're just launching it into their Baneling stack, basically.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good.
It's pretty funny how fast anti-armor missiled Ling Bane dies to 3/3 Marines.
Yeah, it just
saw that the other day. It was pretty brutal.
I mean, yeah, it really just dies to everything if you have it covered in Cheeto deaths, as some people say.
Yeah. Spire, by the way, is coming up, and we have been seeing this more and more, and we talked about it a little bit already. What do you think about this?
I mean, we've seen it a lot this series, and I feel like it hasn't been utilized very well. Like for this GSL group, we've seen it quite a few times. But I've never seen a decisive game with Spire.
Can we talk about it theoretically for a moment, though? Because what I like is people are... Oh my god, that's a lot of active tumors.
Yeah.
That has to feel good.
It's making a nice space, too.
Yeah. Very nice stuff from SpeCial.
Oh!
Strong move right there. Oh my god.
If that Raven dies, okay, it doesn't. It has so much energy, too.
Okay, so just real quick about this, right? Because I'm always very interested in this. Because a lot of times I like the Spire because everyone just makes siege tanks, right? And people love to abuse positions. We've talked a lot about that double ramp with the rocks here.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
This is going to be really bad.
These guys are too quick. I can't talk about anything.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I think you should go for it.
I think he was trying to trick the SCVs into coming back.
Kind of did, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
It worked amazingly.
Yeah.
He ran the Banes away, and SpeCial's like, okay, took care of that.
Yeah, that was a very good play. Oh my god.
Goes right past that Spore. Means, of course, he'll take a little bit extra damage here, and with those mutas coming, uh-oh.
Yeah, he's going to have to redrop here. Not enough mutas that it just one-shots medevacs or anything like that, though, so you have to respect it with this many mutas.
Yeah, you will end up losing these units.
He's going to make the best of it, though. He's doing a pretty good job of doing
Trying
that.
to target those mutas as best he can, but it does get cleaned, and the medevacs will as well. So anyways, back to the mutalist thing, right? Because everyone just makes siege tanks blindly, and it feels to me like the mutas are kind of cool against this. It's not that siege tanks are useless against Ling Bane Muta. It's just they're a little bit slower, right? You want to have like a Thor or two maybe. Yeah, I feel like Widowmines could still have a place if people ever stayed on Mutas, but the Widowmines don't feel very good against the Hydras. But I don't know. I've been liking the Muta play, but I feel like everyone's been outside of Muta for so long, we haven't seen the greatest Muta plays so far. What do you think?
I think it's super map dependent. Like, obviously, if you're going on certain maps with really small rush distances, it's really scary to go Mutas because you don't really have that supporting ground army early on. And Thors, like, early on Thors are pretty standard, especially when you see, like, the Thor drop stuff. I think against Bio, hypothetically, it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see any huge deficits by going to Muta versus Hydra. You get that map control, you're able to shut down Medivacs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you have like Thor drops and Thors are starting to get incorporated, Mutas really fall off quick. Like if you ever see a Muta fight when there's a bunch of Thors, they just disappear.
Yeah, they don't even exist.
Yeah.
So
there's like a really strong window of Muta harass, especially early on. Kind of, if you could detonate 3 Banelings there, like sometimes you can get them to just kill the base before they're ready.
And look at this, he's trying
already
to
adding
do some
in
harass.
mines.
Yeah.
It's got a reactored factory here. I wonder if that was probably going to be a Tech Lab factory with extra tank production, and now he's just like, okay, well, I'm making mines. Which is good against Muta.
Absolutely. Against Ling Bane, it's totally reasonable as well. But, okay, so he's got the Thor, and of course he has that Raven still with him. The Muta's coming up for the counterattack on the third base here.
Those 3 Marines are stimmed, by the way. I know they're stimmed again.
Oops. And he actually forces partial turnaround.
Is he going to get that CC too? I think he's getting that CC.
Oh my god, yeah, he forces a cancel there. Really nice. Baneling's actually trying to roll by right now.
He's going to get the Marines on the other side, almost.
Oh my god, is he going to get this third command center?
He's not paying attention. Oh no. Okay, now he's committed to this push.
And yeah, well, you know what? The amount of damage he's done here and the fact that these Mutas actually are still doing damage.
And that Thor is solo HP too.
It seems like SpeCial was way too dedicated to this. Oh god, this missile. An okay split there.
That is so many Banelings. I'm pretty sure he could just roll those in if he wanted to right now and it would be fine. Just aim move them. Like, you could do that.
The rest of SpeCial's army is coming, so if he wanted to do that, I feel like the time is already passing.
And we see him getting ready for his full surround here. Once this surround initiates, I don't see him ever defending this.
Oh my god.
I don't want to sugarcoat it. It's actually going to be so hard for him to defend this.
Oh, that is
my god, look at all the
Siege
Marines.
Shanks, but that is so many Banelings. The new meta, just Banelings.
GG.
Okay.
Somebody call up Nesty. Like, you think he'd be like, wow, I knew it.
He's watching at all moments.
That's incredible.
So, yeah, this is a very interesting thing that we're seeing. The reemergence of Mutalist play over Hydralist play, not always, but it's becoming more and more consistent, right? It's really popping up. It's on the radar now. And this mass Baneling stuff.
It's actually different, though. Like, before, we saw, like, mass Muta. Like, if you can make Mutas, you make them.
Yeah.
Like, you max them if you want to. But now it's kind of like, I'm building Mutas, but I'm not overcommitting. You have to build a couple Thors here. You have to respect the Mutas. You can't really counterattack me. And then you just max on Banelings.
Yeah.
So, like, it's different than it used to be. And
Absolutely,
it's super strong right now.
Well, it's very, very interesting to me, like the Baneling, just as a unit. I guess we can talk more about that in a minute. So, Juan chose Lost and Found.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's not... You messed up, right? It's a Terran map.
Yeah.
Match 2. Fight. SpeCial.
Let's go SpeCial.
There's big SpeCial fans out there.
Jin Air Green Wings. Rogue.
So I really do want to talk a little bit about this mass Baneling thing that we're starting to see. And I mean, we've seen mass Baneling way a long time ago, but it really went out of focus. Okay, so the mass Baneling that we have been seeing, like yesterday and today, for instance, let's take these two into consideration immediately. And I really want to hear your opinion, but I want to say something just real quick about it. That, like, So banelings are always very interesting, right? Because it's like, okay, what's the right number? You need them to connect, but you got to be careful because once you have a battle with that, even if you killed their army, you lost your army too, right? But it seems like, and I really liked it from Dark's thing, is if you let Terran get up to their full tech, right, things become kind of, they can become a little bit gross. They have the right composition. You're not able to trade well. You get this gigantic bank, but you're unable to do anything. But we're seeing in some of these games that if you get a bit of a lead as Zerg, at least this is my perception of it thus far, after a few times that we've seen this, you can make a ton of banelings, utilize that kind of advantage that you have for the supply. They're the strongest unit in the game, and like you use a ton of bank immediately rather than just saving money for what? For a rainy day? This is a StarCraft game.
Right.
And just try to kill them right off the bat. What do you think about this?
I think, well, you're right. You can just kill them with a big Bane army if you have a better economy than theirs. Like that you're using your bank to its full potential when you're going Banelings. If you don't do that, you have just this massive gas bank that you're going to go into future tech with. It's fine. But we've seen Ghosts so strong against future tech, like Thor or Ultras and Broodlords. They're not that great against Ghosts. But you know what is okay against Ghosts? Banelings. So if you use these Baneling pushes and they're in the middle of their transition of Ghosts or whatever they're doing, they can actually be so strong. And it's such a huge investment for them, especially when we're getting to like the max army where you're starting to replenish your weaker units with your more expensive units. You can hit these incredible timings and just kill them with mass Baneling.
And if this continues to grow, it seems like the importance of units like siege tanks is just going to grow, and like we're going to get into situations where it's like, hey, if you lost your siege tanks, you almost are expecting to die to a mass Baneling flood, which was never really the case before.
Yeah, I mean it's true because no one made Banelings to this extent before.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I think there are ways to combat this. We're into the peak of like a new meta potentially. So when that happens, you usually find that the other race has to react to it. It takes a little while, and then when they finally figure it out, it gets, the meta shifts back again or whatever.
Yeah. No, well, little meta changes are some of the most fascinating things. These little things that you see the moment, and I talked about it a lot with the Corruptor play against Double Stargate Phoenix yesterday. But we actually have something happening right now that we should mention here. Look at this from SpeCial, right? He's gone quick 3 command center, quick armory. He's making lots of Hellions. Yeah,
and we see the Roach Warren again from Rogue. I'm wondering if this is going to be going for that Roach timing again, like he did the first game against Keen.
Really?
Or the second game against
okay.
Keen.
But we were talking about that, and you were really liking utilizing that on shorter rush distance maps, but Lost and Found is not one of those.
It isn't, but at the same time, it's so good even when it isn't. Like, you just have to be playing against a certain style of Terran player, which is what SpeCial's doing. Like, he's that really aggro, like, not a... Yeah, 11 roaches on the way, by the way. 36 workers. This is a pretty fast roach timing.
Yeah, and he's only making Hellions right now? Like, he's adding 2 facts, and you got 3 command centers, so it seems to me like this should be able to work out pretty well.
Yeah, this is the scary stuff. I thought that this would be SpeCial's largest weakness overall, just by watching the games that he played against too, because he's really late to transition, and he's playing this style that's not very good against roaches. He's getting a bunker now, but what is he even going to put in it? I think he has 2 Marines.
Does he have to? Yeah, they're patrolling the main base. There
I
you go.
don't think 2 Marines
That's
killing
a
that
lot of roaches, man. He's making some Cyclones now.
Yeah.
He does have 2 factories about to finish as well.
He needs to just get units out immediately that aren't Hellions.
Yeah, he
can
Cyclones.
Transition to Hellbat, like with these Hellions, but that's not a great call.
No.
But it's the only thing he has.
And there's a Desperation Depot drop right there.
Yeah, you don't want to be supply blocked right now when you're forcing units.
Let's see what the Hellions can get done.
Yeah,
not too much. Running back for now.
Oh, that's going to SCV pulls a little late.
Oh
Might just lose his bunker. It's so close. Okay, I think he's going to lose it.
Oh
wow,
my God,
just
I can't believe that thing's still alive. Now the Lings get in on top of Cyclones here. A really good move by Rogue, continuing to flood in. The Hellbat's actually killing off a lot of the Zerglings, but the Ravagers remain.
Yeah, if he had something more to support this, 2 Cyclones isn't going to be enough. If he had like 4, maybe, but that's still a really hard hold.
He does have some more being made right now. That other Cyclone microing heavily. Pulls back both in time. They dodge the biles. The SCV's still being pulled. He's lost a lot of SCVs, but he is starting to hold.
I really feel like he just needs to hold. If he can hold, he might still be okay, even though he's lost almost every SCV that is natural. This is a really committed push. No lair.
Oh my gosh. So many SCVs going down, and that's going to be that. with the Lings flooding in. SpeCial knows that he is over.
Yeah.
And Rogue will advance from this group pretty easily, to be honest.
I mean, he didn't drop a map.
Yeah.
To be expected, to be honest.
Well,
hard to really hype up a group with a world champion in it.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, his second place runner-up was in the group. A third, fourth place player, he just bashed 2-0.
Yeah.
And of course, the legendary Keen, he was able to take out.
The real champion.
But it's Rogue, really. And like the reason why Rogue didn't win last season, in my opinion, is only because of Maru. I think that Rogue was a gigantic favorite if Maru doesn't beat him. And Maru barely beat him.
I mean, when I saw that, I was like, this could have been the finals. Like,
it should have been the finals.
네, 저 맹독주 회의처럼 시원시원한
Our interview with
경기력으로
Rogue.
올라갑니다. 오늘 마지막 조 1위 진출자 지네어 그린링스
The last group.
이병렬 선수입니다.
First player out.
축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
It's Rogue.
네, 오늘
Congratulations. Thank you.
테란전 더 잘해진 것 같습니다. 먼저 마지막 세트 공격 판단은 어떻게 내리신 건가요?
일단은 그냥
Seems like your
운영으로
Zerg
하려고
has improved a lot.
했는데 후반 게임을 계속 보니까
Tell us about your
너무,
Baneling attack. Oh, good question.
배제를
Gary.
하는 것 같더라고요. 그래가지고
네.
한번
I was calling it a macro
써봤는데
game.
근데 마지막에 원래 이기는 건데 긴장해가지고
네.
When I scouted his base, it seems like
이긴
he
것 같아요.
excluded the
네.
macro game.
오늘 황규석 선수하고도 정말 정신없는 난전을 했잖아요.
I was actually nervous.
두 선수가 모두
But I
정말
gathered
엄청난
myself
견제,
together
엄청난
and
수비,
attacked him and it worked out.
명경기를
That is the worst answer I've
보여주셨는데
ever
두
heard in my
선수
whole life.
선수와
That doesn't mean
비교했을 때 이
anything.
황규석
Wow.
선수의 경기는 어땠나요?
Jeez.
제가 연습 때 성주랑 연습하고 왔는데 성주 바이오닉이랑 한 판도 못
Okay,
이겼거든요.
both of
네.
you are having a lot of
근데
fights throughout the game.
성주 선수도 원래 연습 때 되게 잘하는 선수라서
네.
When I practiced against
원래
Maru,
그래서 긴장 많이 했는데 방송이라서 원래 제가 진경기인데
I had a
긴장한 것
hard time
같았어요.
against Bionic Terrans. Is that what it is?
아니요, 조성주
Yeah.
선수에게 정말 아쉽게 패했던 지난 시즌보다 더 많이 성장했다 이런 이야기를 하려고 했는데 조성주 선수에게 한 판도
I
못
noticed
이기고
that Keen
오셨어요?
was
네,
nervous
마지막 내
and
어제 최종 테스트로
I had a hard time against
했는데
Bionic Terrans, but I guess it was okay or something like that.
네.
This is a weird translation. I'm sorry,
도저히
guys.
못 이기겠어가지고 그냥 느낌 가는 대로 하려고 했는데
네.
잘 된 것 같아요.
와, 조성주 선수에게 한 판도 못
Said,
이겼다고
yeah,
하는
I
게
can't
참
even win a map against Maru
어느
right
정도
now.
경기력이었을지가 기대가 됩니다.
So I didn't
일단
have much
오늘
confidence
다행히
today.
두 테란을 잡고 진출은 했습니다. 그렇다면 이번 시즌
You know, I just tried my best, and
강력한
it
위협
depends on
상대도
whether or not my
역시
hands are going to
조성주
move right.
선수라고 보시겠네요?
성주뿐만
So do you
아니라
think that this
요새
season Maru is your
테란전이
biggest
너무
opponent?
어려가지고
아,
So it's
저도
not
이렇게
only Maru.
어려운데 다른 저그들은 얼마나 어려울까 좀 걱정되기도 해가지고
I'm just struggling with ZVT.
네, 테란은 진짜 못 이기겠어서
네.
그냥
I'm having such a hard time. I wonder how other Zergs can even play against Terran.
아, 다른 저그들 걱정까지 테란전이 확실히 패치 이후에는 많이 불리해진 것 같으세요?
I don't want to play against
울트라를
Zerg.
꾸역꾸역
I only want to play
끼워도
against Zerg and
울트라가
Protoss,
불검에
rather.
높기 때문에 테란은 그냥 해불 그냥 양방 나눠가지고 그걸로 계속 이득을 볼 수 있거든요.
Do you
네.
think Zerg's at a disadvantaged position?
블리자드에 또 연락해 보셔야 되는 거 아니에요?
근데 이렇게 진출했으니까 그냥 받아들이고 연습 열심히 하려고요.
Said, well, the Liberators are
자,
a great
그리고
unit.
GSL 대 더월드에서 또 저그 대표로서
Do
활약하실
you think it needs to be
예정입니다.
mirrored?
어떤 경기 보여드리고 싶으세요?
일단 처음
Said,
출전하는
well,
건데
I've advanced the round of
또
16. I shouldn't really
자존심이 있기
complain.
때문에 외국인 선수들한테는 지기
You're looking to
싫고
secure your spot.
지금
You've already
하면은
secured your spot if
테란
Blizzcon.
빼고는 솔직히 다 이길 수 있다고 생각하거든요.
네.
And you get to
테란만
play in
아니면
GSL versus
다
the
이길
world.
수 있을 것 같아요.
네, 자신감이 느껴지는데요. 자, 이번
Said,
올해
as long as I
마지막
don't face
시즌인
a Terran
만큼
player,
이병렬
pretty
선수가
confident.
꼭 GSL 우승하길 바라시는 분들이 아주
I
많을 것
can't
같습니다.
wait to see what all the
네,
European
마지막으로
Terrans have to
팬들에게
say about
한마디
this interview.
부탁드릴게요.
일단은 오랜만에 GSL 경기를 했는데 또 기대를 많이 해주신
So,
분들에게
what do you want to say to
사전
your
경기로
fans?
깔끔하게 진출한 것 같아서 너무 기분 좋고 응원 많이 해주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
네, 다시 한번 1위 진출
I'm really happy to
축하드립니다.
make it to round
감사합니다.
16 with the 4-0. Well, thank you for supporting me. I hope you keep supporting
네,
me all the way to the
지금까지
finals.
1위 진출자 이병렬 선수
congratulations
만나봤고요.
to
계속해서
Rogue.
GSL 이벤트 안내해드립니다.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm really upset with his question about the Banelings because you and I have talked about that quite a bit, and it's like an interesting concept that we're seeing this pop up more right now. But Rogue doesn't want to give a real answer.
Maybe
He was
he's trying to keep it a
nervous.
secret.
He pulled himself together, and it worked out. Thanks, Rogue. Okay, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come... Oh, the tickets, guys. Keep your tickets if you're in the studio. We do a draw at the end. Lots of great gifts. Lots of great things that you can win.
GSL mouse pads I saw.
Oh, for sure,
Bunch of
GSL
stuff,
mouse
yeah.
pads. And speaking of GSL mouse pads, we are going to be giving away an awesome-looking one. There's 200 of them, But if I know Tasis, there's going to be 199. So show up early to the finals of GSL versus the World. It's going to be starting at 3 p.m. KST each and every day. And that's going to be awesome. Of course, the finals and the team match will be on Sunday in Itaewon, which is just a fantastic area. It has the best restaurants in the whole entire country there. It's one of the best party areas in the country as well. So definitely come on by if you're in Korea. And if you're not, just make sure you're watching from 3 p.m., which is probably a weird time for you. But it's a long day. So
Yeah.
it'll still be going on when you wake up probably. Okay. Oh, yeah, and we're doing the bracket draw at the end of the day. I feel like I'm closing the show for good, but I'm not. It's a commercial, and then we'll be back.